right on time. We are back with another public safety special broadcast. We are here to discuss Chapter 189 of Chainsaw Man, Heart Pass Octopus. I am, of course, your host, Secret Doves. We are broadcasting to you from the Public Safety Social Media Bunker Division 18 out here, coming to you from beneath the earth. What a chapter it is, but before we get into that, let's all introduce ourselves. Name, age, and devil contract. I already started it off. Name Secret Doves. Age 34. And my devil contract is with the War Devil. I'd like to ask both my guests introduce themselves. Pineapple Spotter, take it away.
Yes, Pineapple Spotter here, and just to kind of connect back to my first appearance on the podcast, I am now the Big 3-0, and I've instantly gotten arthritis and a bad back.
Dead. It's over.
Yeah, I have been cursed by the arthritis devil.
We're cooking up the funeral to welcome you into the 30s.
Put me in my grave.
Yeah, it's over. You had a good run.
I am Winter, also known as the Art Devil. I am not in any current contracts, but I am in a situationship with the Failure Devil.
Okay, that's all right. Okay,
good luck.
Yeah, that's a tough one. All right, let's get into this chapter. We were just talking. What?
Yeah. No, real. I haven't even seen that much discussion this week, because usually people are talking all over the place all the time, right up until the chapter comes out.
You know,
we had one day of discussion, and then everybody collectively shrugged their shoulders and went, I don't have a fucking clue.
I don't have any fucking idea what's going on.
And I agree. I also don't have any fucking clue.
Yeah.
I have a few ideas.
Just to pick things up, we were all discussing about what was going to happen with Yoshida, sticking his arm down Denji's throat. And was Octopus swallowed as well? Well, all those mysteries were unraveled in one moment when Yoshida stuck his arm through the portal, which is Denji's mouth. I was actually talking about this. I actually did mention this, that Yoshida, if they could get a tentacle on the outside and Yoshida's inside, they could teleport or something, use the octopus teleporting power or something. But that's not what happened.
Yeah.
Not what happened at all. What do you think about this? What's your take on the Yoshida octopus situation that we have here? Since that is one of the things that gets established right at the beginning.
Yeah, I keep making this comment over and over, but I'm strapped into Fujimoto's Wild Ride, and it's just I keep in my naivete thinking, oh boy, he's gonna answer some of my questions in the next chapter, and it never happens. He does not give me my answers.
He gives you answers to questions you didn't even know you had, and then just gives you more questions you didn't know you wanted.
Yeah, there's a real serious through line there with this chapter, as far as reveals and things that you didn't necessarily need answered. I mean, but it's interesting, and I was thinking that similar to Aki and the Future Devil, Yoshida likely has the Octopus Devil within him in some esoteric fashion. Well, and that seems to be the case.
Yes, that is.
I've heard a million theories. Well, really, just two or three. One is octopi can compress themselves down to incredibly small sizes, and then the other is it's just octopi have 3 hearts, or apparently some species do. I don't know if all of them do. So maybe Yoshida has 2 or 3 hearts. Maybe he has a devil heart in him.
Okay.
Not a hybrid heart, I don't think. A different situation.
Yeah.
But I think it would be... I think it would follow kind of with the thematic idea of devil hearts
Yeah, I
and
could
him
see
being
that.
kind of a foil
I
for
could-
Denji.
I could see that. Yeah. Being. Oh, okay. I hadn't thought of that. I could see that. It's an interesting point. It. Both of these ideas sort of conflict with what happens in the end, but we'll get to that. Right at the end, Yoshida fires off a tentacle through his hand. What does that mean? Is he the octopus devil? Still don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think if he was, it would be kind of like a little disappointing for the human story, because his story is very much so
I'm not-
like.
I don't necessarily hate it in as much as I'm really interested in devil characters. And I think the way the connection between devils and humans is a really interesting facet of the story. So if Yoshida ended up being some kind of expounding on that, I don't think you necessarily lose.
Oh, I
the
think there
human
could
nature
definitely be a
metaphor.
way it could be good.
I think it could
but
be good.
It would really like retroactively adjust a
Right.
lot of the character.
But that's also very
which
interesting thing to do. It could be
Sometimes is
cool.
really
I don't know.
that final
It
page
depends.
where
It-
Makima's character motivations
Right.
are explained informs
could
like
be really interesting.
so much about her character.
We'll see where it goes.
Um,
I don't
yeah.
think so though, because he seems like Kishibe's kid, which doesn't mean he's not the octopus devil. It's depending on how freaky Kishibe got.
Oh god.
This time.
I'm desperate.
No, I have the new worst theory, but we'll
Right.
fucking get
But I
there.
think him being like Kishibe's son, and then like getting into a contract with the octopus devil, I think that still fits the best overall.
Mhm. And then there's always the thing where like aging called him a human,
Right.
which
Probably.
seems like the strongest evidence for him being a human, because you'd think
you never
aging
know.
would know.
To the octopus.
You never something about octopi and camouflage.
Octopus, yeah, hiding. Yoshida does that, which as we discussed, set off the theory. More theories about their relationship, which only gets worse. But then Yoru cops in, Yoru Nation, Yoru back. This chapter,
Oh my
this
god,
character,
he's so miserable.
I love it. Oh my gosh, she sees her shot. You know what I mean? She's like, oh, I'm going
The
in.
panel of her arm deep in Denji's mouth, and then
But
the
she's just
panel
glaring at
immediately
him.
following it, where
She's
she's
mad.
just
She doesn't give a
looking
fuck,
at
bro.
him. You can see the gears turning in her head, and you get
All two of them. Yep.
Yup.
maybe the worst / affectionate page turn in all of Chainsaw Man.
Dead.
It's just
Denji.
vile.
I gotta say, okay, one thing overall. This is fucking bizarre. This is the most. This has to be one of the most bizarre fight sequences I've ever seen in any battle manga.
It's
This is
crazy.
like JoJo fight levels of shit going on.
Did they ever do Vor and JoJo?
I'm not fully up on JoJo lore. I can't imagine they haven't. Like literally, it's gotta be in there.
In JoJo.
Yeah, okay, no, you're right.
There's no shot. Someone has to need somebody else in JoJo.
Yeah, my stand power gives me the elasticity of an anaconda's mouth.
Right. Something like that. Absolutely, there's no shot it hasn't happened. Although I'm not 100% on JoJo lore, but it's very long and a lot of, just everything fucking happens in JoJo. But this is on that level. Crazier than definitely some JoJo fights. Like, this is
Yeah,
wacky.
yeah.
Weird.
This is fucking
Weird,
weird.
wacky, cartoonish
I
BS.
Yes.
I
This is
mentioned
fucking,
on
like Looney Tunes. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
yeah, I mentioned on B Sky and Twitter, like you can kind of tell based on the reactions to this chapter, which members of the community have like encountered like vor fetish art and who hasn't? Because people who haven't are having way worse reactions than people who have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, we've got some real interesting panels to say the least.
I cannot
can't stop
fucking
looking at
like
that
when
panel.
I turn that page, I had to like take a second and pause and just be like, oh my god, what am I reading right now?
Yep.
I've never had to do that in Chainsaw Man before. This is the most. I do think it's the most out of pocket page turn in the entire series.
I don't agree with that, but this is crazy. This is as silly
Fujimoto.
as I think it's ever gotten in Chainsaw Man.
Yeah.
This is actually pretty new, I think, for Fujimoto. You go through Fire Punch, all the action is pretty like grounded, kind of gritty. Chainsaw Man Part 1, pretty similar. You know what I mean? Sometimes it gets like spectacular, but it's never goofy. He's goofing all around. What the fuck is this?
And also, I want to say Fujimoto's action for the most part is like mostly just people hitting each other and tearing each other to pieces.
It's just like
this is a fight with like
yeah,
a really bizarre constraint that makes some very entertaining things happen.
Right. Like I said, this is JoJo type shit.
I want him to write more fights with these kind of insane, bizarre constraints.
I can see where you're coming from.
Not specifically with this constraint. I'm good with like one chapter of this. I could probably
we
do
don't
two,
need to do a whole lot more of this.
Probably one.
But yeah.
But in general.
Well, I don't think the next chapter will be dealing with this anymore. But yeah, he went really crazy, wild fucking fight. Yoru pops out, gets blasted by an aging beam, turns old. Poor Denji, man. My God, I can't fucking catch a break. God damn. Oh,
yeah. Yeah.
Yoru obsesses over her beauty for a moment. Interesting character moment. She's
Asa's beauty.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. She's lost in the fucking sauce. She is completely absorbed in her humanity. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What is Asa doing right now?
Yeah, that's the question, isn't it?
Because she's not like scared, Otherwise she'd be in control. She's not feeling like a deep fear.
Yeah. Asa's gotten...
She's probably just checked the fuck out, if I had to guess. Like, trying not to pay attention to what's going on.
I don't know about that. I don't know. Asa's gotten very brave and bold.
That is true, but like this is weird even for her.
Yeah.
Like she's been hunting devils for a while. This is weird for everyone.
Yeah,
this is weird for Denji.
But she's been dealing with some weird shit, you know what I mean? It's a weird universe. You know what I mean?
It's interesting that she's comfortable letting Yoru take the wheel after all the destruction that happened, not more than a few chapters ago.
Well,
so
not in case anybody forgot. This is Yoru's ride. She is in the driver's seat. She decides when whatever happens, unless Asa punches her. There is Asa recently, in a memorable moment, gained that ability, that agency in their relationship, which he's used 2 times now. I'm sure the 3rd time will come again.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I know more. Oh, Yoru, yes.
I need Yoru to get punched again.
Oh,
Yeah, she deserves a few more, at least.
oh, just you wait. We're only getting started. Ha ha ha. The evil will continue. Chainsaw Man tries blasting Aging Devil. That's not gonna work. Primal Devil, you know what I mean? Good luck. Okay. And then we get to the real, all of this up to this point is just like, okay, that's kind of wacky. That's a pretty fucking bizarre way to do this climactic fight. But, Fujimoto's a bizarre guy. Then we get to some real, like, okay, what the fuck is this, man?
Yeah, I have no. It's so fucking confusing.
What is this?
You have Aging saying hostility only adds to the body count. I couldn't agree more. This fight is futile. That's like Aging talking to himself.
Right. There's the 3 heads. The left head, which looks really old, is saying hostility only adds to the body count, and then the central speaker or whatever says I couldn't agree more. It's 5 feet. So we got the devils talk themselves, which is the clarity on that moment. Even though it is a very cool moment, I like it a lot.
It's not very clear.
It's a little. It's
not very clear which head is
clarity,
talking.
The speech bubble clarity there is a little whack. I don't think it matters that much.
I mean, what does though is specifically that response being, a response to what Yoshida was saying, potentially last chapter with this whole bear allegory.
Right.
That if you continue to commit violence, it's to Aging that's taunting Chainsaw Man here or Yoshida here.
Interesting. Yeah. Yes, that is direct reference. Okay, I'm just not gonna say anything more about that. We'll just leave that as it is.
I get it. Okay.
Yeah. You see.
It's time to approach the F word.
Yeah, we get to the
Fumiko.
The Fumiko
Oh my God.
reveal? Question?
It's not even a reveal. Like, can it be considered a reveal if we don't
know what it is? What is this, man?
Yeah.
What?
It's just some weird shit.
So there's 2 of them. To quote Strong Bad.
Yeah, people were saying like, oh, it's a hallucination because she's talking to herself, but it's
She just walks up. You know what I mean?
It's ambiguous if Aging can see the other Fumiko. Because Aging says, huh? But it could just be like in response to her raising her head after supposedly dying.
Yeah, I see these ideas, I guess, but I will say that has 0 precedent in this story. And we've had lots of characters reminiscing on their dying moment in this story.
Yeah, people said like,
that does not
occasionally in Fujimoto's work he'll like depict someone standing over their dying body, and like the only time that really happened was in Fire Punch, I want to say. That did not happen in Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, it has not happened in Chainsaw Man. Maybe.
The dialogue though of Fumiko 2,
right?
It feels more like a conversation, like she's talking.
Right.
Like literally talking to herself.
And
I'll leave it to you.
Yeah, right. It's
okay.
Like, to you, that's you. What is happening?
Yeah.
Why is I'm the hallucination, maybe. But this is.
But she says, "I'm still alive," and then I leave it to you.
Yeah, it's weird. We don't know what this is. That's all I'll say.
Do we dare to speculate?
I mean, yeah.
On the off chance we might be right and somebody gets vindicated in a few days.
If it's not a hallucination, right? So chance that this is just some weird metaphorical thing, I think it seems low. It's not really it's not really written in that way.
Fumiko is also not the kind of character with presence in the story to get that kind of like deep introspective moment.
Right.
I think.
Like that would be such a weird thing to do with this character at this point of the story. Versus revealing some crazy shit, which does kind of make sense for the character at this point of the story.
We should we should go around the call and each posit the most likely theory.
I'm so fucking lost. I will start. Okay. So Fumiko contract with Death Devil. I've been here this whole time. I'm staying right fucking here.
It's me, Austin.
Right?
It was me all along.
And
oh, right. I forgot about this.
So she, when she's dying, she could fucking come back. Another one respawns. She's got some kind of death contract, some kind of respawn contract with the Death Devil. Here we're going. That's my low-key cook. It fits with the broader story. It fits with her having seemingly some kind of huge leverage in public safety.
I do like Death Devil contract more than I like her actually being the Death Devil.
Yeah. It's another possibility, but it seems low here now that she's giving her organs to other devils and stuff. Although that is a thing that has happened with devils before as well. So, who knows? But that's what that's vague guess now. Could be literally anything though. Like, devil powers in this story are so fucking random. It could literally be any fucking devil, and then he comes at you with some random bullshit about how the power works, and you're like, okay, man, what is with you, dude?
That sounds like a plausible contract, though. It's like, yeah, okay, so I can't die? No, you have to die in order to not die.
Right.
So
you gotta keep dying.
Good luck with that.
And then you come back to life, and there's more of you, and something. That's my guess. Spotter. We all have to give a take.
All right. So this one I feel pretty strongly about it, connecting back to Oss's starfish rant. Just she's contracted with the starfish devil. If there's an octopus devil, if there's a sea cucumber devil, there has to be a starfish devil. And by cutting off body parts, she's able to grow another Fumiko. I don't know how complex and how intricate the contract is, if there's specific conditions for that to activate, but I have a strong feeling that we have a thread of sea life, and it's going to end up here, where we see Fumiko. Because it's her character is so weird. It's so
it is
pointless. And yet it's there,
right?
And I
don't get me started on Fumiko.
Oh my god, you could say so much about this character that no one likes.
I can and I have.
Yeah.
I like her.
I will now. We don't have enough time for me to go into to my analysis on it, but
yeah, but I feel like she has to have something. If we're forced to, have her presence involved here, especially with all the things that she's doing, meeting with the prime minister and setting up this deal and stuff like that. There's something more to her, and if she does have an ability like that where she can, essentially grow fuel for devil contracts,
Yeah,
herself.
yeah.
You know,
It-
and we see
she can end up
yeah.
being like an Ayanami Ray type character, right? Where she ends up with this contract, and they use her all these clones of Fumiko, and they're sending Fumiko around everywhere. Okay, interesting, interesting.
Yep.
Okay, Starfish Devil. I'm interested in that. It would be a nice callback, a nod to stuff. That would be kind of cool. I'm into it. Winter, what's your take? What the fuck is going on?
Okay, I got two. They're both bad. Do you
Let's
want
go.
the bad one or the really bad one?
Let's start
Yes.
with the bad one. Let's
Okay,
ramp
the
it
bad
up.
one is that Fumiko and Famine are the same person.
There we go.
I've heard that one. I don't think it's that bad. It just, like, if that's the reveal, then it's not really foreshadowed at all.
No, it would be
which
really random.
I take some minor issue with.
Was there some sort of rationale behind why that was theorized?
The final panel of the chapter is highly reminiscent of Yuko's reincarnation.
Yep.
They're never seen in the same place at the same time.
Yep.
Famine is clearly working in some high level capacity with public safety and has access
Yep.
to them, and also has like a relationship with Yoshida.
Yes.
And also, you could read the when I said hallucination earlier, I don't just mean like a dying delusion. I mean like that could be a hallucination in the same way that Yoru is a hallucination to Asa when she's in control.
Right. Right.
Which, maybe a primal would be able to see that and would be able to react to that. So that's the one that's like, I don't really like it, but also I can kind of see it. The other's real stupid.
Let's go.
Which is
Okay. Yep.
it's kind of like the starfish one. It's that not that the starfish thing is stupid, but this particular idea is stupid because it's that Fumiko and Yoshida are both clones who were grown, and the reason that Yoshida looks so much like Kishibe is because he's actually a clone.
Kishibe clone.
Yeah, not actually a biological son, just another one created out of a
Literally, he's
and then
him.
she also has the same shit going on because they're like, in cahoots or fucking whatever.
I suppose people want an explanation for the "if you're third rate, I'm fourth rate" comment that he made.
That'd be crazy.
And of course, younger Kishibe being depicted as kind of similar to Yoshida, but again, I don't know
more
if
than
that's
kind of
just
similar. I mean, they're a dead ringer.
Yeah.
Like the face shape is a little different,
They
and
look right on.
Kishibe is like a lot more buff, but they have the exact same eyes.
That would be a real interesting one. I can see it.
If that actually happens, I'm gonna fucking like. I'm gonna
it would
throw my
be
Chainsaw Man volumes out the window.
actually completely not set up in any way, right? Because we went through all of part one, going through the ranks of public safety, seeing all sorts of shit that's going on. No
Considering as well that young Kishibe only appeared in a volume extra comic,
right?
that would be that'd be fucking hilarious.
That would be
and terrible. And yeah, so that's
it
the bad
would
one.
make sense. Again, some kind of Ayanami Ray scenario, the Yoshida Ayanami parallels there. That could be people would go for that. You know what I mean?
To play devil's advocate for my own stupid ass idea, it would be like thematically consistent with
Yoshida,
like Chainsaw Man as a story if an organization like public safety that is known for grinding up people in like the metaphorical meat grinder to literally be producing people for that purpose.
Yes. It would be way out of left field, but that does happen in this story. And
granted, also all of this is way out of left field.
Yeah, so that's fair. We're at that moment. Yes.
Last
so
page.
I can see it.
Is that Octopus, you think?
Last page. I mean, I can only imagine. You know, there's. It does look a little bit like Fumiko. You know what I mean?
It doesn't have the same eyes. I think if it was supposed to, it would have the same eyes.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. The eyes are a weird thing with these kind of like heart.
Oh god! I do remember the very first time she showed up. People speculated that Fumiko herself was the octopus devil.
Right.
And that would
yeah.
She's definitely not, because she didn't get eaten, and the narration itself told us that Octopus was eaten along with Yoshida. But like,
right, she wasn't before, but she might be now.
That kind of comes full circle. Oh well, I mean, yeah. Wait, what if she's about to become the octopus hybrid? Because
like an inverse.
Because give you my heart is like,
right.
That's a hybrid thing.
That's Pochita to Denji.
Sort of, but I would also say it's the same type of deal that Himeno made.
I'll give you everything.
And
yes.
Yeah, and in the end, her will, easy revenge, the cigarette and stuff, you could sort of say because she gave her whole self to Ghost, somehow, Ghost carried out her will to remind Aki of that. So I don't know if that sort of exchange plays a role, but I mean, I'm thinking that's just the full manifestation of Octopus.
Yeah.
Just because that's, I'll give you a human heart. That's the, I guess the most prized possession a human could give, and so that would result in a very
power.
Yeah.
Octopus. Yeah. This is the Octopus domain expansion contract, you know what I mean? Another building blows up. I will say, if you want to see buildings getting fucking exploded, read part 2 of Chainsaw Man. It happens a lot. There's a lot of building destruction. More building destruction. We get a chapter called
Kill Building.
Kill Building, yeah. Which is a pun on cutting the building, which is also something that happens. It's the chainsaw cuts the building.
Also, Kill Bill.
Yeah, Kill Building, Kill Bill, cut the building. What a fucking author. I can't deal with it, this guy.
I need another one. I need one more Super Chainsaw Man Hummer or something.
We're in the 3-word phrase section of the story, which is like in the past, in part 1 there were like 4 of these and they were all crazy chapters, and now there's been like 7 in a row and they're all crazy chapters. So
he's grown really fond of the chapter naming scheme that's just like noun or noun or 3 words.
Yeah, he's going in on it. He's not letting off the gas with these. And they have been, the gas has been on. And it remains on. That's where we end. Yeah, it was just wild. It's just a weird, crazy chapter. Some nice Yoru moments. For me, I loved her fucking just nonsense. God damn. What the fuck is wrong with this?
She's losing it.
She's off the fucking rails. I can't wait for the chaos to continue. So
it makes me wonder, like, what the hell is she gonna do when shit calms down again. Like presumably they're going to be able to take a breather at least for a second before, like, the end.
Are they? I don't.
God, oh no,
think
we can't get back
so.
into the Is Chainsaw Man Part 2 nearing its conclusion discussion. We talked about this for like 40 minutes last time.
It's I mean, look, they're like, public safety is kind of cooked at this point, right? Like,
The whole Japanese government is
right, like,
Okay, I actually did
fuck?
want to ask, did like
What the
the
fuck is
whole
going
upper
on?
echelon of the Japanese government just die?
No, I think they ran away.
I don't know. I mean, it seemed like the former prime minister was being used as Aging's chair.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I think he might be
that-
cooked. I think he's dead.
Yeah,
he's
that guy
definitely dead.
probably died, but I think the other
Thankfully.
people ran
Actually,
away.
do we get, like, I'm looking through the chapter. I don't think we get a shot of Aging below the legs.
No, he might still
I
be
think
down
he's still
there.
sitting.
Yep.
Yeah, he's in the sitting position.
Yeah,
He's got the
Aging's
leg
still
crossed.
sitting.
Still sitting.
Right.
Yeah, in page 3.
So, we presumably the chair is still there. Damn. So I expect that guy to be kind of cooked, but I don't think the whole government will be. But like whatever they had this big old plan with the aging devil and Chainsaw Man and Fumiko and everything. So that's all up in smoke, whatever. And Yoshida did it. You know what I mean? So here goes. Okay, Yoshida.
I think a lot of them are gonna die. I think it's gonna follow with the theme of like, oh, you can't kill that person. They have too much worth. They're old, and they're just gonna get murked.
Oh yeah, so you think a bunch of public safety plotters going in?
Yeah.
Maybe. Well, yeah, that brings us to to a wonderful question. We've got a lot of room on this one. What the fuck do you think is gonna happen next?
Sick fight. That's for sure.
Yeah.
That's the only solid prediction I have.
Yeah. We got Kaiju Octopus Devil on the loose. Aging is the target at hand. What could happen to resolve this situation?
I don't know. They're so deep in this shit right now. I don't have a fucking clue. That's like part of why I'm like, I have no clue where part 2 is going. They are so deep in shit, and it's not even the apocalypse yet.
Yep.
How do you get out of this scenario, like, just as a writing exercise?
I think this is the scenario.
It's interesting
you're going
you
into,
say.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting you call this a writing exercise because I keep going back to the one Jump Festa interview with Fujimoto where he's asked like about I guess his other like media inspirations, and he was talking about Big Lebowski.
That's right.
Being a sort of inspiration for part 2 because it's a movie that sort of meanders aimlessly, and he was saying that part 2 that's what he was sort of going for. And I think he's accomplished in totally confusing his entire reader base.
100%.
So good job.
100%. We are fucking lost. I think you said that is a good point. I think much like the Big Lebowski, if you take a step back and you look at the larger point instead of just the plot stages, there's a lot to it. There's a lot of nice juice there.
All right, everyone who's listening, your homework is to watch The Big Lebowski.
That's right.
For Fujimoto and Chainsaw Man.
The dude abides. The dude does abide.
I'm the dude.
That's right. Octopus Devil is the dude or the dudette, perhaps. Although who knows?
Octopus does have eyelashes, which
we were talking about.
that's not proof of anything.
Yeah, last week we were talking about the Aging Devil doesn't seem mortal of this realm. Even against Chainsaw Man attacks. So if the fight is gonna end, they have to get aging to go away, right? Doesn't seem like there's any method to get the aging devil to defeat the creature that is got Pochita in this bind, right? Of like eat them or you can't defeat me because if you eat me, the kids will die, and so I'm an unbeatable devil. Right, and so whatever contract is going on to have Aging Devil be here has to be broken somehow. Which that big Octopus Devil would play. I don't see how it could connect. I don't know.
Oh, I did have one thing, which is I'm starting to maybe believe that Octopus might be one of those like primal devils whose original purpose is no longer like known to humans, but like that's
Octopus?
why it's so
Animal?
ungodly strong. Chainsaw is objectively just as ludicrous as something to be that powerful. So that's why I'm thinking like, maybe Octopus. Maybe
the Sea Devil, the Cthulhu Devil.
I don't think people are actually scared of Cthulhu, but the sea, they are very scared of the sea.
Yeah,
Not scared.
the sea and
You're
death.
not scared of a kraken?
No.
That one.
I'm like an adult.
Fearsome creature.
I'm an adult human that doesn't.
I'm not a
but
very
like-
sailor.
Yeah, but the kraken's not scary until it's like a real thing. You know what I mean?
Look, if I ever get into a situation where I'm at risk of being attacked by a giant squid, I'll start to fear the fucking kraken. Until
That's
I'm
what
there,
I'm saying. It's
I don't
very
really
scary.
fear it.
You know what I mean? That's a concept. Yeah. Who? We're so lost. We have no fucking idea. All right, let's narrow it down. Like I said, like I like to do. What do you think is gonna happen on the first page of the next chapter? First page.
God.
What are we looking at? What is the first page?
The safest bet is
thought of that.
probably the Octopus Devil just looming over aging. I could see that as being page one.
Right. So we're gonna have the octopus aging showdown in this chapter, and we're gonna start with that. I'm there with it. I could see back having Yoshida saying something, since the devil just popped out. I could also see Fumiko 2, or maybe that's Fumiko 1 or whatever, talking, and all of the hallucination, turning into Fabby, you know what I mean? Fabby takes over complete control of the shared body. Maybe. We could maybe see that. Yeah.
All right, what do we? I've literally been thinking about what the next page could be for like the past 2 minutes, and I'm just
lost. This is
I got two words that keep popping into my head, and I know they're not real. which is Mirisuko.
Mirisuko.
We're gonna cut.
Finally, it's
And he is Mirisuko
time to shine.
after like 400 days of him being out of the manga. We're gonna finally get
All
him.
of those hybrids, they're still around.
They're still
Bren
around.
came back. The rest of them gotta come back. Reise's still somewhere out there.
It's not entirely impossible that we might cut to somewhere after that.
Okay.
Because
okay.
drawing a huge ass big fucking action scene where an octopus destroys like an entire like complex of buildings is difficult, and he ain't about that life right now.
I could actually see him doing it. He's been kind of going for it. I mean, this chapter's got some
Yeah, no, I could
bonkers.
that is a joke. I could 100% see him going for it.
I could. Yeah,
I do think. I think
big explosions.
we're gonna be in Aging's world for like one page, and then we're gonna pop back out.
We're breaking out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think they will break out next chapter. I think that's a pretty solid idea, because
Next chapter or the one after that? I'm saying.
Yeah. Definitely within two. I think the next one makes the most sense, because like Fumiko just, gave the heart, big octopus power up. If this doesn't lead to them getting out, they're fucked, right? Like
they've been in there for they've been in there for how many chapters?
It's
like 12.
been a while, yeah. It's pretty much
actually,
a whole arc.
Most of a volume.
Yep, one volume of Aging's World. What a fucking weirdo this guy is. How?
Yeah.
He's really like writing like crazy in part 2. I've never read anything like this.
It's pretty great.
This is crazy.
Yeah, he's like,
this is weird.
He has not run out of the sauce.
No.
Because I had also never read anything like Chainsaw Man Part 1 at the time.
It has a fairly blocked out, battle arc structure.
Yeah,
right.
True.
This
I'm more so mean in terms of like themes, but also that's on me for not reading enough.
Well,
at the time, I've read a lot more since then.
Yeah,
there's some stuff I can draw parallels to.
He definitely has really interesting ideas, and in part 2, he's thrown the whole like plot structure thing out the fucking window, and it's just free balling like a absolute freak. You know what I mean? He's got
it's crack.
It's
so good.
He's got his. I think right now this is what he was going for. This is like, it's all, these are the ideas he's had that he's going for. Maybe since after the Falling arc, maybe the Falling arc was like one big target point he hit, and this is like the next like big target that he's aiming for. And I've said it so many times now on the broadcast, but just the vibe is that this is heading into a part 3, because we are this deep, and he's still just opening up new fucking questions and the avenues of exploration, and we're not even close to the major topics that he's introduced, like the fucking apocalypse and whatever's going on with Fabi. So yeah, I think we're gonna see all of that in a whirlwind of whatever the fuck this stretch is leading towards, and it's just gonna be nonsense until the end.
I think the move to Jump Plus really opened up that opportunity for creativity. He doesn't have, he has, I'm sure there are deadlines, but like the hard deadlines for the print and whatever digital version of Shonen Jump is out there. Like, I'm sure as a writer you're like, okay, I have a scenario, but it has to be accomplished within this amount of time. And so you see a lot more. I think this is just like the experimental, part for him, and I think it's doing wonders.
Yeah, he's to me, it feels sort of like, people have compared it to Fire Punch a lot. So there's a lot of similar themes. It feels sort of like he's pushing towards like the culmination of all of those ideas from all of his stories. You know what I mean? Like he's bringing in the cults and justice and righteousness and war and death and normalcy and desire and sexuality. He's bringing it all in to some absolute shit show, and then whatever's gonna happen with the fucking apocalypse, just to really hit the Devilman stuff over the head.
Oh boy, can't wait.
Yeah, he's bringing it all together. He's doing it all in one go, sort of like trying to, he's thought about this stuff. He's worked on it a lot. He keeps coming back to these ideas. This time he's gonna do it how he wants to do it, and it's weird as fuck, dude. What is
Hell
with
yeah.
you, man?
Hell yeah.
I swear this guy's 7-Eleven only diet is rotting his brain. And
He's 80% sodium.
No, it's not rotting his brain. It's like unlocking new levels of his brain.
He's going galaxy brain, you know what I mean?
Humans, something only using 10% of their brain, but a 7-Eleven only diet means you can use 100%
of your brain, and this is what this is the
Kidney
kind
stones
of
are
ideas you go,
powering.
He keeps doing this, he's actually gonna levitate.
Yeah,
He's a goldfish.
you know what I mean? You could say levitate creatively. Well, he's far out enough that literally the entire family is lost. No one. Okay. I gotta shout out one last Fumiko theory before we wrap things up. No one has mentioned Aldo. I just feel like that's mean.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Oh, the whole skin devil thing.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? We got. Look,
I'm not gonna
This
mention Aldo.
this is the best shot for Aldo Nation to date. You know what I mean? We've got two characters.
Aldo Nation is one guy.
That's what I'm saying.
And I
Aldo
know him.
Nation
Doing it as a joke.
needs
Or
to
them? I don't know their pronoun.
needs to fucking lock in
Okay.
right now, because this is your shot. If you are not out here repping Aldo's Skin Devil theory for Fumiko right now, you are fucking up. Aldo Nation,
I need to go
lock
message
in.
Winter.
Yeah.
The
Aldo Nation.
Winter. The Winter that's the Aldo fan.
Aldo Nation, lock the fuck in, because this is your time. This could be Aldo. Look at this scenario. This is an Aldo situation. You know what I mean? That could be Aldo on the floor dying like a bitch for no reason. You know what I mean? Like that could be.
That's funny.
He's definitely not the guy. He's definitely not the star of Fumiko. There's no shot of that.
Yeah. He got debated.
No.
Dying on the floor like a bitch for no reason.
This could be.
Yeah.
This could
let's
be
go.
him. You know what I mean? The Fumiko's face melt says Aldo. It's like, oh my god.
That would be ultimate victory for, I was gonna say Aldo fans, but I should say Aldo
I think
fan.
that would be the point where this chapter is real close to jumping the shark, except for that everything somehow makes sense within the context of like what the story of Chainsaw Man is and how Denji's power works. You know what I mean? Like
It's gonna be an interesting reread.
it is pretty wacky, but this is all established, and the threads of the story in this arc have been moving towards this, so it's not just like random bullshit happening just because it's crazy. It is just crazy bullshit happening. That does make sense. But if Aldo pops up here, that would be 100% the moment where it was so over for Chainsaw Man the story. It'd be like, okay, let's do it. Where's Komedi? You know what I mean? Let's do it. But yeah, it was a good chapter, I think.
Oh, definitely.
I think so.
I enjoyed reading it.
Yeah.
Question mark.
Yeah. Good enough. You know what I mean? That's I think that's how I think about it right now. It's something else.
It did nothing but make me want to know more about what happens next. So in that sense, it was a major success.
It's true. And big reveals question mark? I mean, there are reveals like
it's not a reveal if it doesn't reveal anything.
Right. Yeah, but okay, if it leads to something, this is the reveal, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'll find out what that means. We better find out what this means, or else,
Please,
or else this story is truly cooked. You can't do this and then be like, I don't know, the building blew up, you know.
He hasn't let me down yet.
Yeah, so we shall see what we will see. We've got a giant octopus monster, that's dope. You know what I mean? This is some great Fujimoto monster action. Monster action has been back up in this last arc, which has been awesome, which has been dope. It's one of the best parts of the story, and was sorely lacking from part 2 for a long time. It's very human focused, and humans are great, but the devils are the cool part of the story, and they're out now. So we will be learning more about them soon, in a couple days here. As of time of recording, we will see how this all shakes out. As you can tell, no one has any fucking clue. Aldo Nation, lock in. Thank you, both my guests, for coming on the broadcast. Thank you to all the viewers, listeners out there in the world, listening and or viewing. Like, subscribe, comment, tell us your theory about what the fuck is going on. And yeah, we'll see you next time.